This is a horror game and is not intended for all audiences. Slay the Princess. Flickering images, in case that is a concern for you. Black Tabby Games. Hey, Gila, it's your time. Hey. Alright. So, the next game on the Steam Next Fest journey is Slay the Princess. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Explore. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it? Oh, my face is no way in it. Here we go. Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing this. Have you considered I may be okay with the world ending? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. But sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution! Walk towards the cabin, turn and leave. Let's do some exploring. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Alright. I feel like I need to put my face somewhere else, but there might not be an easy place to put it. Here, let me move my face somewhere adjacent at the moment. We'll figure out if that's a good spot later. But how can a princess locked away in the basement end the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
I like the background effect. That's neat. Just the very slight multi-layer 3D effect. Very neat. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
You might as well kill her because you're already here. I mean, it's sound logic to me. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Ah, ticking clock.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Okay, that's a little bit of circular logic,
And
but I get
before you
it.
decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
I love this narrator because he is so glaringly British. Not only in the accent, but in the manner of speaking and the dry wit and humor to it. I like it.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Ah, I see.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Fair. Alright. You made a game in high school with HyperCard. Nice. I knew of HyperCard, but that was about it. You made jerky. What kind of jerky? Alright. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Alright. Fair. Can't someone else do this?
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
Alright.
Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Fair. Let's carry forward then. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had a chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Fair. Can I have settings? Can I tone down the music a little bit? Voice volume's already up. So we'll tone down the music and we'll turn up everything else. Because I would like to hear Mr. Narrator Man a little bit more clearly. Alright.
Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Alright then, I will.
You
Fine,
make
either
your
way.
way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Oh, that was not the correct button at all.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Oh, we're voicing of the hero now. Got it.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I think this. I like our narrator. He is the perfect narrator that I'm used to in other games with Snark. I think they could have done with a different voice for the voice of the hero. Because when I didn't see the text there, I didn't realize we had a different person talking because they sounded the same. It's just my thought. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
5-round roast with hickory seasoning smoked in a pellet grill using hickory pellets. So extra hickory, all of the hickory. I don't think I know hickory flavor specifically. Most of the flavors that I'm used to are like applewood and stuff like that. Alright, blade. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
That is a good point, sir. Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Yay, we have a different voice for the princess. I was hoping it wasn't going to be our lovely British man again.
It's commanding. Almost as though she's the one in charge down here.
And the voice is slightly different for the voice of the hero, but it sounds like the same guy with a very slight different tone in his voice, which is fair. I do that all the damn time. But still, hard to pick out if you're not paying attention.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
The creator's wife? Very possibly. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you?
You must have the wrong address.
Oh, do I?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Hey, I do female character voices all the time. Poorly, mind you.
Walk down the stairs.
But I do it.
And lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Nope. That's what my job is. That's what my job's supposed to be. Oh, of course, my face is now over her text. Alright. Fine. I'll go down here then. What? No way. Why would you even think that? I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Yeah, even if they just had to, like, adjust the pitch in post or something like that. Tighten the grip. I'm not dropping it yet.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Oh.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
She makes a solid point.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
That's a solid bluff, madam.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Are you sure she's not armed?
I'm positive.
Oh.
I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating. Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Taffy, are you not hearing the female voice actor? I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Well, fine, be that way. Fine then, I guess we're at an
I
impasse.
guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
Are you sure you don't want to talk?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well,
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
alright. Fine, I'll drop the blade.
The blade tumbles.
Thank you.
Damn it.
Maybe now we can just talk.
I got a little click happy, I'm sorry.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
He sounds so disappointed in me.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Alright.
So, this is a pretty awkward start to a relationship.
A relationship, you say? Exactly, a relationship. Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Fair. Way to be technical about it. You know what? I'm going to be frank with her. I'm here because you're going to end the world. Or rather, there's people who think you are a threat to the world. What do you have to say about that? Also, what other options do we have? Ah. Do you know why I'm here?
Do you?
Son of a bitch. Silence.
I see. The silent treatment. You know, if you don't share with me, I'm not going to share with you.
So this is that kind of relationship, huh? Alright, fine. How long have you been down here?
Too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should...
Again, she offers no specifics.
Any honorific will
no
do.
matter
Aight,
how
bitch.
hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Well, I didn't get the answers of, or I don't have the option to ask her about ending the world anymore. So, all right.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
No.
You know why you're here.
Slay her. Keep her locked away. You know, we'll get to know each other better.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
Her text went red. She's evil.
And if you don't,
Oh.
I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Alright. You know what? After the evil red text, I think I've made my decision. I need to slay the princess.
You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck. Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
To die or finish the job. Alright, let's finish the job.
With the last bit of your will, you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
What in God's name am I? That is a feathered arm with weird scales and claws. Interesting little twist.
Oh,
Oh, seems I've been stabbed.
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
somehow I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder... Do you really think this is the end?
It's big talk for someone with a knife coming out of her chest.
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words. But you don't have the time to worry over such things. Everything goes black, and you die.
Oh, okay. Achievement unlocked. You died.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So, it seems like we're on a repeat, but this was very clearly labeled as Act 2.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
That is true, Big D, but still. Exactly, Safi. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us has been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Fuck it, I'm turning off my face. There's no safe spot for my face.
There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's going to kill us again.
Voice of the broken.
Oh, is there another one of us in here?
Voice of the hero.
If you go to the cabin, you might as well just throw yourself at her feet and beg for mercy. You are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff that pathetic little voice to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Alright, I'm coming back for this. This is too fascinating. I mean, she did kill me, so I'm a little bit more inclined to try again. This is going to be a fascinating multiple choice situation. A whole slew of choose your own adventures. But I'm going in there.
Such magnificent gusto. We'll all be in the clear in no time. I have one last warning for you.
Yeah.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Got it.
It's not her lies that'll stop us. I must admit, I'm a little worried about going back in there. I don't want to be as much of a downer as my new roommate, but we were definitely outclassed last time. She seems more demon than princess. Ignore them, they don't know what they're talking about. She's just a princess. Don't get all in your head about it.
Alright. So I need to do something different this time. I'm going to talk to her about ending the world, if possible.
The interior of the cabin is larger than it should be. The only item of furniture is a plain wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Interesting. It's larger than it should be, and the blade is pristine this time.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take it.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Go on in.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old wooden staircase.
Okay, we've
Her
already done
fierce
that.
voice carries...
Yep.
Who's there?
Oh. Fierce voice, you say?
Somehow even fiercer than it was before.
Indeed.
Of course it is. Don't let it intimidate you. You carefully make your way down the stairs.
Oh.
As you descend the final step,
All right.
the form of the princess comes into view, a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
She's a different princess this time. She's got a tail and horns.
Is it just me, or is she bigger than last time? It looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought. I told you. It's pointless.
I was wondering when I might have company. Free me from my bindings, and maybe I'll let you live for a while.
To be continued. Oh no. Oh no. That was fascinating. There's 7 endings in the demo and many more ways to die. Good lord. Good lord. Sir. Sir. Beans. Chocolate kitty beans. Seven endings in just the demo. That makes me very curious where it all goes. The demo can absolutely be played again for a different approach. I'm going to leave it with just my one attempt. I might try again in my own time, but you're more than welcome to try it on your own. And, yeah. Fascinating. I don't want to spoil any more for myself, because I think I do want to play this when it comes out. Because I like it. I like it a lot. Hi, Kitty. How are you? How are you, Kitty? Are you good, Kitty? You're good? Okay, good. So that was Slay the Princess. Wave bye, Kitty. So, Tony and Abby. Abby, Tony, Abby. Oh, Nicole. So Nicole is the voice, and Abby did all the back-end stuff, along with Tony. And then Jonathan Sims is the voices in your head. Which is fair. We got sound and music by Phil and Brandon. Great. Love it. And various other people who did things, very important things. Good. Lots more. We got Patreon alpha testers. Love it. Perfect. Special thanks to these peoples. Yep. Gab Smolders, top of the list. Great. Yeah, I liked this a lot. The narrator was great. The female voices were great. I liked once we got used to the subtleties between the differences of the narrator and the voice of the hero, and then the voice of the defeated. Definitely, it started to sink in fairly well. But yeah, that was delightful. That was delightful. Gruesome, but delightful.